Hello, everybody. Andrew here from RC Sports. At the time of this filming, we've just wrapped up Season 4 at RC Sports. That is summer 2024. And we have a really exciting season fast approaching. Of course, talking about Season 5, fall 2024, where there's some big changes, some big improvements, some stuff I'm really excited about coming up this fall season at the track. And I wanted to do a video or audio breakdown of some of the things I'm excited about now that we have the event format and schedule all released. As I was thinking about the best way to put this video and audio together, I realized it would probably be best if I put all this information on a web page. And so I've gone ahead tonight and built the season info page for Season 5. And what I want to do in this video is just go to that web page. I'm going to scroll through it, and read it out loud, and I'm going to add a little bit more insight and analysis as we go. So hopefully, if it's too long, TLDR, to go to the web page and read through it all, you can just hit play on this video here. And I will tell you the basic info that you need to know about Season 5 and why you should get involved and get excited about this big season we've got coming up at RC Sports. So let's go ahead and do it. As you can see here, I'm on the RC Sports website, rcsportsusa.com. And if I click on Season Info up here, or highlight Season Info and go to Current Season, it's going to bring me to the new Season 5 Fall 2024 webpage that I've just built. Ta-da! Season 5 is fast approaching, featuring racing every Tuesday and Friday night. New casual and advanced event formats to better suit our racer preferences, and only 3 classes running per race night to make room for a wave of new drivers. This season will be one to remember. We will begin with 5 open practice, build, and prep nights in September, and then racing begins on Friday, September 27th. So at the time of filming, this is August 22nd. I'm recording this. We've got over a month until our first race of Season 5, so lots of time to prepare, lots of time to get your friends and family and coworkers and neighbors and everybody involved and ready to race at RC Sports for Season 5. Here's our beautiful Season 5 logo that Ava has designed and put together. Got the pumpkins on it this year. Of course, Ava always does a fantastic job with our graphics and logos and designs. I appreciate her for doing that, of course. Okay, first, this webpage is a summary of the Season 5 info and press release and a collection of links. To view a lengthy press release about Season 5, click here. And I am going to go ahead and click that link. I put a crazy amount of time into this document here, a lot of time into the decision making and writing this all out. So if you have in-depth questions or you want to dive deeper into why I designed the schedule the way I did, and especially if you want to look into the results of the recent survey that we took in advance of designing this schedule, please look at this press release. Like I said, I spent way too much time on this, so it would mean a lot to me if somebody would read it. But anyway, I digress. Moving on. The schedule rotation for Season 5. Here's the most important thing you need to know. Racing events will take place every Tuesday and Friday night in a 2-week rotation. So 2 nights in a week. 2-week rotation equals 4 unique 6-round racing series. Tuesdays and Fridays will each alternate between casual and advanced event types. And here's the graphic of the 2-week rotation and the classes that run on each night. For descriptions on the 4 individual point series, see page 5 of the press release here. So I'm not going to click on that again right away. I just clicked on that. But if you click on that, scroll down to page 5, I will summarize each series. So like the on-road casual series, I'll break down what those series nights are going to look like, what classes are going to race on them, what's going to make them special, and so forth. This schedule format will really allow racers and fans to pick and choose their series and events based on what classes and track types they enjoy the most. All right, so we got the graphic here. Week 1, Tuesday will be the on-road casual series featuring the mini classes, Spec Slash, and Supercars. That's going to be Supercar and Bandit. I got to update this graphic. So Bandit, Supercar. Anytime the Supercars are going to run in Season 5, the Bandits are welcome to run with them. That's one of our additions for Season 5. Okay, Week 1 on Friday, we've got the Off-Road Advanced Series, the highly anticipated return of off-road. We had so many off-road fans respond to the survey. I was really surprised with how many off-road enthusiasts we have. People are definitely super stoked for off-road to come back, and I expect Off-Road Fridays to be the biggest events that we have in Season 5. I'm really excited about that. We've got new features that we're building, big air jumps, and we're going to carpet the existing tabletops and ramps, and it is going to be a blast. It is the most technical and difficult track that we run, so it is going to be considered an advanced series event. But we will run the mini classes, mini stock and turbo, so a special class for the kids, and then the turbos as well. The adults will kind of overlap with the kids a little bit depending on how many entries we have in each of those class. Then we'll have the Super 10 class. If someone shows up with a Spec Slash, you will be racing in the Super 10 division. And of course, the Spec Buggy class, the premier off-road class, 21.5 racing buggies. So that's Week 1, Tuesday on-road casual, Friday off-road advanced. Week 2, the second week of the rotation, will feature the Oval Advanced Series on Tuesday. This is the only series where the minis do not run. The Oval Advanced, that's the most advanced set of classes that we run, starting with Supercar slash Bandit. That's one combined class running together. And then Super 10 slash and Spec Buggy. Now, Spec Buggy is the only real new-ish class that we have for Season 5. We did run Spec Buggy in Season 4, but we only had 2 people consistently bringing metal chassis Spec Buggies onto the oval circuit. The remainder of those cars were all Bandits. So we'll see if that class takes off. If we get through Season 5 and people still are not running metal chassis buggies for the Advanced Oval Series, we might just make that a Bandit class and separate the Bandits and Supercars. But we'll see. I think we have 4 or 5 drivers committed already to running the metal chassis Spec Buggy class. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that pans out. So just taking a step back, Week 2, Tuesday, Oval Advanced Series. And then we've got Week 2, Friday, the Oval Casual Series. So it is, Week 2 is Oval Tuesday, Oval Friday. And the Friday version will be the Casual Series, featuring the mini classes, stock for the kids and turbo, and they will combine, they'll overlap a little bit, just as we've been doing in Season 4. And then we've got Spec Slash and Bandit Supercar. So there's your 2-week rotation. That's what it's going to look like Week 1 and Week 2. The full schedule, so just applying dates basically to that schedule rotation. Full schedule can always be found on our website on the on the event schedule page. So if we click on that, that's what this looks like. This is a Google Calendar. You can click the link right here on the bottom right to add this calendar to your Google Calendar. So you can see here it's the 22nd of August as I'm recording this. If I go over to September, these are our open practice events, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 opportunities throughout September to gear up and practice. And then we're going racing on September 27th. So there you go. If I click on a specific event, it gets me all the information on what's going on that night. And this is the best way anytime you're wanting to see the events calendar. Go to the events page on the website. It's right up here, event schedule. You can always find our full calendar there. We will keep it updated. So we have additional options, though, if you want to look at the schedule in other ways. So here we have a filterable schedule here on an Excel document. So if you want to look at just the Oval Series, Oval Advanced, you uncheck those boxes, and there you got your 6 Oval Advanced classes, Oval Advanced events. Let's say you want to race just Oval, Oval Advanced and Oval Casual. Boom, there you go. All the events that are interesting to you. let's say you're going to race only Fridays. That would be off-road advanced and oval casual. Boom, there's all the Friday races. So, oh shoot. Well, I got to uncheck this one. There we are. But so just a way to customize the schedule to see the races you're only interested in. That's that filterable format schedule that can be found right here. To view the separate schedules for each individual race series on their own page, click here, and that's what this looks like. So just a document breakdown, oval casual, a summary with the schedule. On-road casual, summary with the schedule. So you could, these are single pages. You can print these off if you want to put it on the fridge or what have you, for each of the 4 series, whichever ones you're interested in, just in a different format once again. Each series will have one trophy race as part of the series, where plaques will be awarded to A-main winners. See the schedule for those dates. So, for example, the Oval Casual Series will have one trophy race. One of the 6 rounds is a trophy race. It's a special event race that you will get a plaque if you win the A-main. And for the Oval Casual Series, it's going to be round 1. We're going to start the season with that, and that'll feature Slash Man Standing as well. So, again, each series has just one for a total of 4 all season long. And then finally, those are some really nice ways to look at the schedule in beautiful, sorted, convenient ways. And here's the ugliest way to do it. Literally all the words just spilled onto one page. This is all the information for the schedule and all the special events and everything. The trophy specials are bolded on here. So if you want to just print off one little thing and have all the information in one place, this would be the way to do it right there. All right, so now we've gone over the schedule rotation, the 2-week rotation, and what classes are running when, and then the full schedule. So, like I say, assigning dates to those series events. Just have a little bit more info to go through. How do we decide on this format? Well, a lot of our viewers will probably remember a survey was conducted earlier this summer 2024, to learn about our audience, what you guys wanted to race and win, and what's the most important things to you about your RC sports experience. The feedback gathered from this survey and the need to run less classes per race night to make room for more drivers led to the season format you see above. Once again, for a full breakdown on this decision-making process, including the results of those survey and analysis, click here. Please do read that if you're interested. There's some super cool insight like this one right here. This was the question where I asked, how much do you value the theatrics? So like the lights and music, introductory class intros. We had people right down the middle. We had people who don't care at all. We had a bunch of people who absolutely love it. And so this is what led to me wanting to separate casual and advanced race nights, because we have people who could not care less about the fun elements that I try to bake into the race nights, and we have people who it's totally fundamental to the experience for them. So that's why I want to split those up and serve the audience better. And the other really surprising result from that survey to me was this one right here. If the 6 racing classes were split into 2 separate race nights, so 3 classes on Tuesdays, 3 classes on Fridays, which of the options would you prefer? Basically, do you want advanced nights to be always on Fridays? Do you want casual nights to always be on Fridays? Or do you want them to alternate? And the majority answer was alternate. People wanted the schedule to alternate. They value the variety, the different options to run all the different classes, and that was a surprise to me. I thought that beginners and families would vote for the casual events to be on Friday, and I thought the advanced racers would vote for the advanced races to be on Friday. But no, most people voted for it to alternate, and so that completely changed the way I designed the schedule. And we settled on what you see above. So yeah, once again, if you want to learn a lot more on how we decided on these format, click there. I spent probably over 100 hours doing this survey, analyzing the results, and designing the schedule to best represent the results of that one. So take a look if you're curious. Why are we running less classes per race night? So that's going to be a big change. Season 3 and Season 4, we ran all 6 RC Sports race classes every race night. All 6 classes on every race night. So why are we changing that? Why are we splitting them up on the different race nights? Let's dive in here. RC Sports is committed to providing an RC racing product that fits into a fast-paced, compact, 3-hour maximum program that busy folks can fit into their weekly schedule. Running 6 classes, we reached the point in Seasons 3 and 4 where it was starting to take longer than 3 hours to get all the racing in, and our events were running too long. We had to cut some fun elements of the program to get all the racing in. And something that was bothering me too was that a racer who was only doing one class was racing one time and then waiting like 2+ hours in some cases to race that car again. So it's just not a great experience for drivers who were bringing only one car in, and that was bothering me, as well as having to cut the fun stuff that we do. Didn't really have time for any special races or practice periods or even the driver introductions that I really enjoy doing. And so we're trimming down the program to 3 classes per race night in order to make room for more drivers and fun elements once again. So we were getting 30 to 35 drivers, and that was filling up the program. Well, we have room in the pits and also room for more drivers than 30 in the pits. And also we need to be making more revenue, frankly, in order for this track to be profitable on an individual race night. We need more than 30 drivers in there. But with running 6 classes, the 30 drivers in the 6 classes were like 70+ race entries, and that was resulting in 9 or 10 heats times 2, and that's more than 3 hours. So we literally could not fit anyone else in. Well, going down to 3 classes, we're going to have room for like 50 drivers, which is going to fill the pits and is going to be profitable if we can manage to draw 50 drivers in a race night. So that's the plan. Fortunately, you're not going to lose any opportunities to race any specific cars because we're going to an alternating schedule. So whether you're available on Tuesdays or Fridays, hopefully maybe even both, but most are only available either Tuesdays or Fridays, you will have the opportunity to run all 6 racing classes with that alternating schedule. So once again, to read more about this decision and why it aligns with RC Sports' mission, see the full press release. I know I've harped on that a bunch, but I put a bunch of time into explaining all these things on this press release. And so check that out if you're interested. Page 6 talks a lot more about that. So you've heard me talk about casual and advanced event types. What does that mean? What is that going to look like? Our survey results indicated that our fan base would be better served by having separate race nights that cater more to advanced and casual drivers, classes, and concepts. Our casual event types will be more fun-oriented and suitable for beginners and young drivers. And our advanced nights will have more emphasis on the competition and smaller individual race entry counts, which is something I got in the feedback a ton. Hey, we need less cars on the track at once. Yes, I understand. I absolutely agree. It's really a challenge as a race director to fit everybody in without putting way too many cars on the track at once, especially at RC Sports where the track is small. It's really too small. I understand that it's too small. We're doing the best we can with the facility we have. It's a very small track for 1/10 scale racing. But hopefully with the advanced events, we have a solution to that. So let's read on here. On the casual race nights, we will not shy away from doing crazy stuff like driving the track backwards or in the dark with LED lights to mix things up. Advanced race nights, we're going to keep things a little more consistent. We're not going to throw a ton of curveballs at you because we'll expect that drivers on those that are there on those nights are there for the point series and the consistent racing experience, not necessarily the crazy events and theatrics and stuff. So this is important to me. Drivers of all skill levels are welcome at both event types. Casual and advanced doesn't mean you have to be a kid to be at the casual nights. It doesn't mean you have to be a serious racer to be at the advanced nights. It just means that the events are going to be run in more of a casual way, casual, fun-loving way, or more of a competition-oriented type of way, depending on which ones they are. So please come to either one, come to both, whichever one you're interested in, regardless of your skill level. So here we have a graphic that compares them side by side, casual on the left, advanced on the right. So casual, we have the most affordable and entry-level classes are featured, like the Minis, Spec Slash, and Supercar. Casual events will have up to 10 vehicles on the track at a time in all races. That's how we've been running all our events since conception at RC Sports. Yes, I understand that that's too many vehicles on the track to have clean racing all the time. Again, we do what we can with the space that we have, which is a smaller side. Hopefully we'll have a bigger track in the future. And with the concept of trying to get all the racing in a compact amount of time. So up to 10 vehicles on the track at a time during the casual events. We will do the theatrical elements, lights and sound, and personalized driver introductions for every race. Every feature race, that is. Every race in the feature, so the main round on casual nights. And we will have cheaper additional class entry costs and special pricing for young drivers on the casual nights. That's our current pricing format. The pricing format that you're used to, that is still going to be in place on the casual events nights. So contrast that with the advanced events here. The faster and more expensive classes will be featured on these nights. We've got such as Super 10 and Spec Buggy, the highest level classes that we race. The A mains and B mains will be limited to 6 vehicles max for the 1/10 scale classes on advanced nights. So basically, if you're in the top 12 or you qualify into the top 12, you will have a race with maximum 5 other cars on the track for your main round. That's going to guarantee cleaner racing for the top drivers. I'm going to do my best also to basically limit the races to 6 cars across the board, but that's the commitment that I'm making, is that the A mains and B mains for the 10th scale classes are limited to 6 vehicles maximum. And also to save time, because we'll have more heats as a result of having less cars on the track at once, we're only going to do the theatrical elements and the individual driver introductions before the A mains. So it'll be a special thing to qualify to the A main. If you make it there, we'll kill the lights, we'll turn on the spotlight and introduce you in a special way since you made the A main. To compensate for having less cars on the track at once, we are going to have a bit of a higher additional class entry cost, because we're going to lose. If you think about it from a track promoter or event race director's perspective, less cars on the track at once means less revenue for the time that race is occurring. So we're going to have to compensate for having less cars on the track at once by having a little bit higher entry cost. I hope that that's agreeable for our advanced racers, a fair trade, that they will feel that they're getting a cleaner racing product and they're willing to pay a little bit extra for that cleaner racing product. So that's my hope. That's the intention behind the design of the advanced events. And hopefully it turns out for the better for everybody. So what else is new? We have some exciting additional concepts coming into play in Season 5. Since the individual race nights will be reduced to 3 classes, we'll have room in the program for additional fun and themes. We're excited to introduce special bonus races that will take place at the end of each race night and be free to enter, included with your regular race admission. So this is something I'm really excited about. Ben and I have been wanting to do and brainstorming for quite a while. We want to do a special, cool, fun race at the end of each race night to encourage folks to stick around and watch the awesome A main races at the end of the night. And then you'll get rewarded with a bonus race that you can participate in. A lot of these are designed to be enterable with whatever car that you have. And since we're going to have a little bit more time in our program, we're excited to do this. So what's that going to look like? So the Friday series events, off-road and casual oval, are going to feature a ton of different kinds of finale bonus races. Some of them are going to be fun and game style, like that we do on family night. It's like 2-man races where one person will be doing steering and one's doing throttle, or tag team races, like one person's going to drive the first 2.5 minutes and then tag a buddy in to do the next 2 minutes. Or you're going to have to drive in reverse or whatever, stuff like that, fun stuff. And then some of them on the special plaque nights are going to feature challenge races like a Super 10 versus Spec Buggy Cup race. So you can expect some fun and game, a lot of fun and game style ones, and the occasional extra trophy plaque race like that. For the Tuesday night road course series, we're bringing back the Drifters. A lot of our OG fans will remember the Drift class that we ran for a while. That was open to literally any car as long as it met the general rules and was equipped with plastic slick drift tires. And so we're bringing that back. Every Tuesday night road course series, at the end of the night, drift race. I want to see lots of cool cars. You can use your supercars are a very popular choice. The mini turbo cars are a very popular choice because you just throw standard touring car drift wheels on there and throw it on the track. I want to see tons of cars on the track at the end of the night in the drift race, just having a ball. Excited to bring that back for you guys. So that leaves the Oval Advanced series. We will not be doing a bonus race at the end of the Oval Advanced series because we will be lengthening the A mains to 100 laps on these nights. So the 3 classes will all have 100 lap A mains on Advanced Oval nights. That's going to be sweet. I'm excited to see that. It's not going to take forever. In the standard 5-minute races, I think guys were getting up to around 70 laps. So if you do the math on that, that ends up being about 7.5 minutes it's going to be for the A main. But I'm super excited to see the races count up to 100 laps, have a true white flag, lap 99, racing to the finish line versus racing against time. That's one of the things I don't love about RC racing is racing against the clock. So I'm excited to see that for Advanced Oval nights. Okay, so in addition to the bonus races, we're introducing a trophy race for each series. That's new. See above. We talked about that already. As well as additional themes for some nights, like spooky darkness races on Halloween week, Dollar Dogs night. There'll be a pizza night, a chili dump night. We're going to do a toy drive fundraiser around Christmas time where you have to zip tie a toy to your car in order to run it in the bonus race at the end of the night, and those will get donated to kids in need for a happy Christmas. And looking forward to just doing more fun stuff like that, and just to make the schedule more exciting when you look at it. So that pretty much does it. That's kind of my overview. I'm coming up on a half hour here of just yakking. So that's my overview of Season 5. I encourage you, go to rcsportsusa.com, click on this article here, and it's got the links to all of those, all the additional resources, breakdowns, and schedules that I've mentioned in this basically podcast here. If you're ready to get started, we have lots of opportunities for you to get started in Season 5. This is something we've noticed in the past, is when we host open practice nights, people show up and they get hooked. They experience what RC Sports is about. They buy cars and they get on the track, and it's like, so we've heard you guys how much you want open practice nights, how much it means to you to have opportunities to gear up and get engaged, get involved. And so we've got 5 scheduled for 5 individual dates scheduled for open practices throughout September before the season actually starts on the 27th. Check out our class descriptions and rules. I'm going to update the rules document here. Very minor changes. If you've been racing at RC Sports already, the car that you have will be legal in Season 5. There's some additional cars that we've been testing that are going to become legal. I'm going to update the document for Bandit Supercar to reflect what that class is going to look like. But don't worry about big rule changes. There really aren't any. But yeah, please check out the class descriptions and rules if you're looking to get into a new class or getting started from scratch. That's super important to read through and understand. Make sure you have a legal car. Read through the information above, decide what classes and race nights are interesting to you and right for you. Then come in for one or multiple of the open practice nights. See the schedule below. Chat with me, chat with Ben, Ava, any of our racers who will be there. We all would love to help you out. We all want to see the track continue to grow and thrive and make new friends and add new people to our community. So just come on in, chat with us. Here's the dates. We've got Tuesday dates, and this week of September 19th, 20th, both Ben and I have obligations. I have a swap meet that weekend, and Ben's going to be out of town. So Ben volunteered to host a Saturday practice that night, so this one will be on Saturday. Give you a chance to try the off-road track on Saturday. But other than that, it follows our Tuesday-Friday model. So there's your dates for open practice. Hope to see you on these dates. And I would love nothing less than to get you started in racing with us for Season 5. I am so stoked to see all of you guys back at the track who have taken the summer off, who weren't available on Tuesdays. I can't tell you how many people I've heard from who are excited to get back into RC racing with us this fall. And I hope we just pack this place and have a really great time. So, as always, thanks for watching. I hope this was a good format to get this info across. And thanks for hanging out with me for half an hour. And I hope you're excited about Season 5, because I sure am. I can't wait to see you guys at the track. Bye for now.